Hey guys, in today's video I thought I would talk about why the Philippines may not be a good fit for some people. Coming back from the US, I kind of have a fresh perspective on things that people may miss or why they may not actually fit in, and it may not be a good move for them, so stick around. All right guys, so just coming back, I mean, I only spent a couple weeks in the US, but it kind of gave me a fresh look at things again. And so I wanted to go over why the Philippines may not be a good fit for some Westerners. And first thing I'm going to talk about is organization. Sometimes, you know, in the West, we're very organized. Things kind of go smoothly. We kind of have certain steps to get things done. And in the Philippines, it is not always organized. In fact, it's often unorganized. Sometimes it's a bit chaotic, even when it comes to like driving. But that being said, there are some places, of course. I went to the other day, I went to a place to get my smog tested on my motorbike, also the insurance and the registration, and it was a one-stop shop, and it was clearly numbered. You went through all the steps. And I was in and out of there in 30 minutes. I got the new registration, new insurance, and the smog test on my motorbike for the year. And it was very organized and very quick and efficient. And I was like, wow, am I here in the Philippines? But yes, I was. But for the most part, a lot of times when you go to government offices, you go to get things done, it can be very unorganized, chaotic at times, even the way things are done. So if you are somebody who is a very organized, very regimental type person, you like things done in a certain manner, well, the Philippines may really frustrate you and you may need a lot of patience. One of the things that you may not like about the Philippines is the driving. And if you're somebody who likes to just jump in your car, turn on the music, set the cruise control, and take a nice road trip, well, you'll be pretty disappointed in the Philippines because it's very hard to do that. Driving is more of a thing that you get to the place that you need to go, the grocery store, for example, and back, and that's really about it. People don't really go on enjoyable drives. It's not really a place for that. And that is one thing I actually missed about the US. I really enjoyed being able to get back in a car and drive again and turn on the music, set the cruise control, and just go down a really nice paved road, you know, without worrying about dogs and chickens jumping in and motorbikes cutting out, people, you know, doing all of that, you know. So again, if you're somebody who really enjoys a nice road trip, taking the car and going on a big 4-hour drive to go see some relatives or what have you, then the Philippines is gonna not be the place for you because it's not really a great place for enjoyable driving. Now, that being said, you can hop on a nice motorbike and take nice scenic drives up the mountains, Bohol, different islands. There's certainly better places for that, but to hop in a car and take a road trip, set the cruise control and listen to your music, enjoy, you know, the windows down or the convertible top down, not really a thing that's going to happen here so much. All right, guys. So by the way, this video, geeksoutfit.com provided the apparel for me. And when I wore this to the US, I got a lot of people saying, hey, wow, where did you get that? I love your shirt. And so if you're interested, go check out geeksoutfit.com. Get a 25% discount by putting in my promo code GEO20 and check it out today. They have a ton of different things: hoodies, sweatshirts, shorts, t-shirts, just you name it, they have it. Check it out today. Back to the video. So another thing is you really have to be a patient person. If you're somebody who really likes things done by the book and you want things done in a timely fashion, the Philippines may not be for you because this has very much the Spanish influence of time. There's no hurry for anything. It's just a laid back, relaxed look at things. So it's just expected when you go into an office or someplace that you're going to wait, and people are just so patient. I can't believe when I watch Filipinos sit there at an office or a doctor's office for like an hour, 2 hours, how patient they are, and they don't even seem to be getting upset. And maybe like us Americans, we're getting all frustrated. We're like, where's the doctor, or whatever. But you have to come here with patience, and you have to kind of just roll with the punches. You really do. It doesn't pay to get upset and frustrated here. It just doesn't work well with the whole saving face culture. You getting upset at a Filipino in like a public place, like a cashier or something, doesn't really do you any good. It's much better just to stay calm, be patient, and talk to them nicely. And well, I suppose that probably would go anywhere in life, right? For anywhere in the world, but us Americans anyway, we don't really do that all the time. So yes, when you get to a restaurant, your first item that you want may be out of stock, maybe the second item. Maybe your food comes out first and then your drink comes out, or they forget to bring your dessert. These are just things that may happen. Now, over the years, I have found certain restaurants that I think the service is great, and I just tend to stick with them instead of the ones that I just got horrible service. So really, it's no different than anywhere in the West. You find the places that you end up liking and that treat you well and have good service, and you just keep going back to them. And so you do end up kind of getting into the groove of things where you know how things work. For example, I let Maya deal with talking to vendors like the fruit and veggies, or really dealing with like a tricycle driver, a trike driver, things like that. I just don't let those things bother me anymore. I really don't. I let her handle that, and it just saves for a lot of time. And also, if you have a bunch of errands to do, don't line up a bunch of errands in one day. Do one errand in one day, otherwise you're going to stress yourself totally out. So again, if you think you're going to live in a completely first world country all the way through and through, you have another thing coming. Most of us expats live in what I call these expat bubbles. For example, Dumaguete, there's little areas, little pockets, little compounds where us Westerners live, like for example this one. In Cebu, there's IT Park, Cebu Business Park, Mactan Newtown, and they all kind of congregate in those areas mainly. Now, of course, you're going to have the foreigners that do live out in the province and live rural as well, but the majority you will see in those areas, Angeles, Subic, because they have a lot more Western amenities. But when you get outside of these areas, then you do see sometimes a lot of poverty, and for some people, it's just not something they really want to deal with on a daily basis. So they live in these little bubbles and just kind of pretend the outside world doesn't exist, I guess. But some people will find the Philippines too loud, too dirty, and some of these things will frustrate people. So again, I think there are solutions to everything. For example, if noise bothers you, you're probably better off in a condo living up on a higher floor. If things bother you, like you don't want to really see the poverty, you probably want to live in one of these little bubbles, these expat bubbles. And so there are things you can do. You can get battery backups and a generator for brownouts. You learn where to shop. You live in areas where they have places where you can get Western foods and things like that. So again, really the importance of this whole video is just come out, check it out, and really do a trial run. To get a good trial run in, I think you need at least 90 days, preferably around 6 months, to really know whether you want to live here or not, because it may not be for everyone. For a lot of people, it's paradise. For me, I absolutely love it. I love how inexpensive things are. I don't have to check my bank account every time I go out. I can go out. I love how feminine and soft-spoken and just how they take good care of you, the Filipinas. Some things just are really strong for me. Those things are more important than some of those other things that I miss in the West. So questions, comments, guys, comment down below and we'll have that discussion. And again, geeksoutfit.com. Use the promo code GEO20 to get 20% off. They have some hilarious t-shirts, hats, all kinds of stuff. Just really good stuff. Great stuff. So check it out. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Ciao.